comes in and plays your Sailors. So yes, indeed, Steamboat is right to left on the radio dial here on 100.5 The River, and we're just about set as Riniker will take this tip off against Barnes, and he will win it. Nice job there from Riniker, and immediately finds Jake Berry, who marches up court. Jake just had a little hospital visit yesterday, so it's nice to see that he's out here today. We'll see how many minutes he gets. Kind of depends on how much his body can hold up to. Talking to his dad. And it's going to be taken by the Wildcats. They were able to defend successfully. Passes in, easy layup there. And the first 2 points of the game for Barnes. And just like that, a 2-0 lead for Fruita Monument.
This is Jake Berry now getting the start for the Sailors, number 4, the senior point guard. He'll have it out of the top of the key. Shoots it far side, top corner to Riniker. Riniker now looks for Doyne. He almost gets it picked off, and Doyne drives in. Can't get the fingertip in to go. So back the other way is going to be number 15, Marcus LeBond, as LeBond went up for the layup. There's a whistle there. Layup was no good.
So foul against Steamboat, and then a technical.
21.
And it looks as though that's Barnes who got the points.
Ethan Piles trash talking already. Piles count today is
he's only one away.
He's only one away. So good game here early for Ethan Piles. Looking to do big things. Number 23, the sophomore. 2-0 is your score. As we're underway here from Kelly Mead Gymnasium.
Steamboat with the 0 of those. 7:08 left, and it's going to be Doyne from the line here for your Sailors. As, like I said, he was shooting really well, and I must have jinxed him. My bad.
Yeah, come on.
Oops. He was shooting well in warm-ups. 2-0. The first one is a miss from Doyne. And the second one is up and out as well.
When it gets quiet like that, it's like we're calling golf.
Up for the putt. He knocks it home. It's in the hole.
So Doyne didn't hit any of those technical free throws. Sailors will retain possession, though. This is Jake Berry. Inbounds pass over to Ethan Piles. He's working now. Nice pass inside to Riniker as he goes up for the layup. And hesitation move there as the layup is good. Fruita Monument back the other way.
Trying to lead the charge here is LeBond. Gets it inside and in the paint. The layup no good. A rebound taken down, though, by Olsen. Kicked out to LeBond. He rips the one from 3, no good. And again, an offensive board here for the Wildcats. They get it back. 2-2 score. And possession here for Fruita Monument. Work to the near side. Davison, he passes one off to LeBond. Kicks one outside. And some good little post moves, but a travel called there against Flynn. And he took about 16 steps on his way to the basket there. 2-2 score. Steamboat with possession now as Doyne tosses into Jake Berry. Berry's just going to take this one up court, looking for some movement off the ball here. Work to the far side corner. And he finally gets some help from Piles up top. Inside again to Riniker. Deja vu play. Now gets back to Piles. Swung to Doyne near side of the court. Beyond the arc, Tyler Doyne kicks out to Piles. Doesn't like his shot, so he gets it inside to Badger Boy. And Frosty will put it up, and the layup's no good there from Knaus. And the rebound taken by Fruita Monument.
This is going to be Darren Davison. Kicks it outside. Now number 15, Marcus LeBond, handles the ball. Back to his teammate, Blake Anderson, who drives in, pulls up from the free throw line, hits that J. 4-2 is your score now. Jake Berry working the ball up the court, moving right to left. Berry, number 4, the senior. Only senior on this roster, doing a good job this year. Berry looks inside, finds Knaus. One-handed grab there as he tried to get it back out to Doyne, but it was picked off by Darren Davidson. And when Davidson was running back down the court, he just tripped and fell, and that ball went out of bounds, so Sailors will have possession once more. As this is going to be Tyler Doyne, number 5, the 6'4 junior, on the throw-in. Jake Berry taking up the court, right to left on the radio dial. Berry now switches hands, goes around, spin move, pump fake inside. decides on Ethan Piles, and Ethan Piles goes up the layup, can't get it, but the putback layup by Mac Riniker is good. So that will tie this up 4-4 as Ethan Piles still one away from his goal tonight.
And here come the Wildcats now. He was right there, man. He's right there. Rolled away off of the rim. Looks as though a foul called against this Fruita Monument squad, as that was against Davison. Maybe a little bit of a revenge foul there, perhaps, not sure, as he didn't like the no call earlier. Now here comes Jake Berry, gives one off to Piles. Piles just gets it over to Tyler Doyne. Doyne sends one into the soft spot. No one was home, though, except boys in blue.
Yeah, that was a pass in traffic as Riley Flynn picked that off, took it down the other way, and it was there was a whistle there, so the Wildcats will retain possession. This is Flynn now, working inside off the inbounds pass, almost loses it for a second. Blake Anderson handles it behind three-point. The three-point arc, tries a three-pointer, and that one's good. Blake Anderson doing big things today here for this Monument team, as Jake Berry matches that one with a deep two. And after that one pass possession.
So 7-6 lead for the Wildcats. They're on offense again. Worked over, and Anderson wants more. No good on that one. Rebound is gobbled up by Lindquist, and he'll just kick it out to Ethan Piles. Sailors down by just one here, early goings, 4 minutes in to the game. It's going to be kicked over to Riniker, to Piles. Stop and pop from three. No good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, and they quickly come the other way.
Davidson now gets it stolen by Mac Riniker in the paint, goes behind his back, up for the layup, and one. Doesn't get the layup, though, so he'll be at the line shooting two. Riniker, good job there. Explosive, showing off what he can do in the defensive scheme.
You know, sometimes players go behind the back and it's just kind of unimpressive. It's just one of those where they didn't even need to do it, but he just went right around the defender. His first one drops in from the free throw line, but he went right around the defender almost like a toe drag in hockey and just baited him, and all of a sudden it's behind his back and he's into the paint alone. Riniker
snatching ankles out here.
Knocks down the second free throw as well. And he's already at 6 points here today. 8-7 the lead now. Wildcats back the other way, trying to find some more offense of their own in the Steamboat Gymnasium. Your Sailors up 8-7.
This is Fruita now. Riley Flynn takes it in. Nice pass there to his teammate, Caden Olson. And Olson gets the layup to fall. Riniker now working it, gets the play from his coach. And he's going to slow it down here. Riniker, number 20 for your Sailors. He's been starting since he was a freshman. Finds Doyne inside. Doyne goes up, and there was no shot there, but Doyne drew the foul. So this will be just a possession foul, and the Sailors will retain possession. Ethan Piles under the hoop now, throwing it in. Finds Doyne. Give and go to Piles. Tries to get the 16-footer to go. Doesn't have it, and now it's Monument back the other way.
Fruita trying to get some more points here. A 13-footer is short off the close rim. Rebounded by Jake Berry. 9-8 the score. Your Sailors down by one here, but Berry on the charge, as they do have an offensive possession. Now it's Piles. Ethan Piles calling for a pick. Gets movement instead from Riniker. Swings it out far side to Doyne. Now to Lindquist. Near side again to Ethan Piles. Post move. Kicks it up top to Berry. Berry's beyond the arc, and he will just pass one to Riniker, who waits at the top of the key. Mac Riniker here looks for movement, and he's trying for Doyne. Almost ill-advised pass, but it ends up in the hands of Jake Berry. Nice job there from Berry. Always situationally aware. He's going to just backtrack to mid-court. Calls out the play. Gets a little bit of help and some movement from Piles and Doyne both, but a pass from Doyne intercepted, and all of a sudden it's going to be a foul on Tyler Doyne.
Ill-advised there by Doyne is, you know, we've seen him having a block party here these past couple games. Sometimes, though, it's just not really what you want to do to go up and hit the hands of that opposing player, because now we have Caden Olson at the free throw line shooting two. And sure enough, as I say that, Tyler Doyne's going to take a seat on the bench. He'll check out. Aiden Knaus, who we call Badger Boy, will check back into the game, number 14. Sailors down 10-8. Second free throw by Olsen is good. Mac Riniker on the throw-in now. It'll be Jake Berry taking up the court as Berry handles it. Almost gets trapped in the corner, finds Riniker top of the key, over near side top corner to Ethan Piles, lobs it up for Riniker, tries to put the one step in, no good. Put back by Aiden Knaus is good though. Points there for the Sailors. Wildcats control the ball now. This is Blake Anderson. He's been hot tonight. And Anderson looks inside, finds Marcus LeBon for the quick, easy layup there. Sailors still working on this deficit.
13-10 now after LeBon got his first 2 points of the game. Worked outside to Ethan Piles. Pulls up, doesn't drive. Instead gives it to the far side and Jake Berry. To Aiden Knaus, and a travel called against Knaus there.
Update on this divisional playoff game. Philadelphia Eagles versus Atlanta Falcons. Score is 3-0 here with just a couple minutes into the second.
Who?
Falcons are winning.
It's going to be work to the Wildcats' way as they'll go for three, deep corner near side, and it's knocked down there by Flynn, his first points of the game, and the lead extends out to 2 possessions. 16-10 now. Your Sailors looking for points on this drive. It's going to be Berry for a 3 of his own, no good, and the rebound falls to a Fruita Monument player.
That was Blake Anderson on the rebound there. Now with under 40 seconds to go in this first quarter, Blake Anderson handles the ball. He's got Piles on him, works it up to the top of the key, over to LeBon. LeBon now with the lanky number 22, Dawson Lindquist on him, gives it back to Blake Anderson. Blake Anderson now kicks it down low to Riley Flynn, handoff back to Anderson. They're just working this one around, folks, as LeBon handles the ball. He's working versus Berry. And this is Jake Hawkins, back up to Anderson, over to Riley Flynn, low side. He goes in, almost pulls up, but decides to kick it out to his teammate, number 15, LeBon, in the corner, sitting there waiting for a 3, and he hits that one, extending this lead to 3 possessions, 19-10.
Steamboat
controlling the paint right now, too, crashing the boards, making those layups. So he's going to have to just play some better defense here. Monument, it will control the ball to start this second quarter, as it's going to be intercepted there by Ethan Piles. Great defensive play there, so it's Piles back the other way. Finds Riniker far near side, top corner, and he tries to find Berry inside, but it was just tipped out and into the hands of number 14, Caden Olsen, who on the other side tried for a quick J. No good. Now it's slowed down. Riniker controls it.
19-10. Steamboat needs points on a possession here. Swung out to Piles. And they said they gave
offensive
Riniker,
foul.
Yeah, Riniker with the charge.
Tough.
So possession now for the Wildcats once again as they try to just keep the run going. A couple 3 balls to end the first quarter of play. No points scored yet in quarter number 2 for either squad. It's going to be taken into the paint. Good little move here, but a charge of their own, this time called against Hawkins, and so teams trading offensive fouls and possessions with it. 19-10, Steamboat down, and Tyler Doyne checking back in to the game here as Berry will take a quick breather. 7:13 left, second quarter of play.
Ethan Piles into Doyne. Piles will handle the ball as he takes it up the court, moving right to left on your radio dial. Piles now works it over to the right side, kicked it back to Doyne. Doyne now works at the top of the key, doesn't know where to go with it, pivots, finds Piles for a 3 attempt.
Ethan Piles, that's huge.
Ethan Piles hits his mark for the day as his 1 point mark is overcome.
He's beat that by 300%. Worked up in an easy layup at the other end of the court.
Caden Olsen. Nice job there from Olsen as Piles trying to work on this lead. That was a good shot there from Piles. That was,
yeah, it was
3 or 4 feet behind the arc as Riniker controls it now. Low side spin move out to Doyne, back up to Piles. Piles, hand off to Doyne, over to Knaus. He tries a three-point attempt. No good there as Monument takes it back the other way.
Quick passing, and Fruita's trying to find some offense here, and they're not shy about it. Layup is in. That one drops from LeBon, and just like that, a 23-13 lead, 10 points separating the teams. Piles takes it up the other way for your Steamboat Sailors. Calls for a pick and gets it. Inside to Frosty. Back out now to Piles. Steps back. Fakes the J. Now he takes it, and he'll drop another two. Ethan Piles will get his point.
Phenomenal job from Ethan Piles these last few minutes. Dylan Keithley over to Blake Anderson up top. Anderson back to Keithley, over to Riley Flynn. Moving it around really well tonight is this Monument Wildcats team, as the pass intended for Riley Flynn is going to be broken up by Mac Riniker. Went out of bounds, so Flynn will hold the ball as he will throw it in now. He'll find his teammate LeBon. LeBon down low over to Keithley. Keithley back up top to Flynn. Looking for movement here as Blake Anderson controls it. Tries to run around Ethan Piles. Nice bounce pass inside for LeBon is no good. He gathers his own rebound, kicks it outside for three, and that's Blake Anderson once more. 3-ball good from Anderson, extending this lead 26-15 now. Ethan Piles calling out the play, looking for movement. Back the other way, he's got Anderson guarding him. Over to Doyne now, working this pick and roll offense tonight as it's Piles driving in, goes up for the layup, but it looks like they're going to blow the whistle, and it will remain Sailors' possession.
They're giving him two.
Oh, they're letting him, okay. So it was a shooting foul, so Ethan Piles will be at the line shooting two. Number 23 for your Sailors, the super sophomore. Good things here tonight as his first free throw is up and in. Chipping away this deficit, 10-point lead now for the Monument Wildcats.
6 times the amount of points that he intended to score, now 7.
Second free throw's up and in as well. Monument back the other way. Trying to break this full court press is Riley Flynn. Bounce pass inside. Don't know where the defense was there, but that was Caden Olsen. Olsen hits another layup.
Riniker is going to take it at the other end of the court for Steamboat. Piles kicks outside to Knaus. Now it's Doyne for three, and Doyne knocks home his first points on the day. 28-20. Wildcats come back the other way. An opened game here so far. It's been pretty fantastic. I'd say, it's fun to watch with a lot of offense on both sides of the ball. Steamboat definitely needs to do a better job locking it down defensively and eliminate some of these 3-ball attempts. That really is kind of the difference right now.
Absolutely. I mean, they're really doing as much as they can offensively. Need to just defend outside the arc a little bit better.
It's going to be worked by the Wildcats around the perimeter of the far side, well beyond the arc. Taking it now is Keithley. He gives one off, and a layup, a floater from Anderson is good. And he is the first one to double digits.
Barry back the other way now, works it inside, decides no, tries to run around the pick, handoff to Riniker. He tries a three-pointer, no good, and it'll be gathered by the boys in blue. So Monument back the other way. This is Ethan Godovin handling it. Now it's other side over to Keithley. Keithley now to Blake Anderson. He's been hot tonight as he decides not to pull up from about 18. Hands it back off to his teammate Keithley, who's at the top of the key. He's got Barry on him. Over to Blake Anderson. Pulls up from three-point range. Good.
Wow.
Blake Anderson. Big things.
He is having himself. Percentage isn't too bad here today. It's really been their defense that has been lackluster in their performance so far. 3:15 on the clock. Inbound pass comes to Jake Berry. Berry, of course, out of the hospital from yesterday and was cleared. Here's a nice little pass in. Post move from Riniker. Fade away, no good. Wildcats take over, and they'll try and find some more offense. Leading the charge here is LeBond. Dishes one back to Flynn. Near side deep corner, it's LeBond again. He tries to drive in, passes one, intercepted by Piles, who comes the other way.
Piles looking for Jake Berry off the outlet pass. Just shoots it a little bit behind him and goes out of bounds. Turnover there from the Sailors. So Monument the other way with... This is going to be Ethan Godovin handling it over to Keithley. Going to be intercepted by Riniker. Goes up. Open layup is good. Riniker, good play there as he was heads up defense and then was able to come in and finish it with a man trailing him. As another interception there, he finds Jake Berry, and that's back-to-back plays where Mac Riniker has intercepted the ball and turned it into points.
Nice job there from Mac. Nothing less expected from one of the preseason favorites for the MVP of the Western Slope League. 2:20 going to have this on the inbound play.
And this will be Riley Flynn. Flynn now trying to break this full court press. Almost picked off by Riniker, but back to Blake Anderson as he shoots it cross court. And this is LeBron handling it. Goes up versus Doyne. And an offensive foul there will be called. Doyne takes the charge. Candy bars there for the junior. 33-24 is your score. We've got 2 minutes, 8 seconds to work here in this first half of action as Jake Berry will take it up the court. Berry now number 4 for your Sailors. He'll handle the ball, hand off to Ethan Piles. Piles now inside to Riniker, almost loses it, kicks it out to Knaus. Back up top to Jake Berry, fakes the handoff, keeps it inside to Riniker, does a post move, works around his man, throwing some elbows there, gets the reverse layup to go. Nice job there from Mac Riniker.
Riniker's having a very strong first half of play. 97 seconds left in this second quarter. It's going to be the Wildcats taking it. Double dribble, though, called against Fruita Monument. 33-26, a 6-point run here for Steamboat. They're going to try and increase that and pull even closer now here from Kelly Meek Gymnasium. It's Jake Berry to Ethan Piles near side. Piles kicks over to Mac Riniker, now to Berry. Far side beyond the arc, up to the top of the key. Now to the near side for awaiting Riniker, up to Piles. Inside to Knaus. Aiden Knaus takes the dribble. Euro step. Layup is good.
Nice.
And an 8-0 run right now for Steamboat, as Badger Boy gets another 2 points to his name.
This is going to be Monument now. Riley Flynn handling the ball. Flynn kicks it down low over to his teammate, Jack Hawkins. And what was that whistle for? Was that a shooting foul?
Yep.
So Caden Olson, who fielded the pass from Jack Hawkins, went up for the layup and was fouled. So he'll be at the line for 2. 28-34 now after that first free throw is up and in. Sailors still just chipping away at this deficit as Caden Olson hits the second one as well. And this will be Jake Berry back the other way, moving right to left. We've got under a minute to work here, folks. Sailors got to do something big here to go into this half happy. And it's Riniker near side, top corner, over to Jake Berry, top of the key. Berry now to Piles. Piles over to Aiden Knaus, far side, top corner, back to Berry. And Berry looking inside, decides to just flick it over to his teammate Ethan Piles. Number 23, Piles works, goes between his legs, kicks it out to Doyne. Doyne, number 5, just running this time off the clock. We've got 25 seconds to go as Riniker handles it over to Jake Berry. Berry now back to Piles. Piles over to Riniker. Riniker now, he's at the top of the key. Riniker slowing things down a bit, and it's over to Jake Berry. Back to Riniker. He drives in on the baseline, goes up for the layup, and one. Nice job there from the Sailors, running this time off the clock and getting 2, plus another free throw attempt for Riniker, chipping away at this lead. They didn't want the Fruita Monument Wildcats to get another possession. Nice job there from Coach Vandahl as Mac Riniker gets set to take this and one free throw as that one falls. 31 to 35. Sailors going into the break with a 4-point lead unless Monument can do something here. And the 3-point attempt to end the half from Jack Hawkins is no good. Sailors going to the locker room down by 4.
As he gets it into Barry, and we're underway with the third quarter of play. Here's Jake Barry. He's been doing pretty well for having been in the hospital yesterday. And it's going to be worked now by Doyne to the top of the key near side. Goes behind the back on a dribble. Tries a bounce pass to Canals. Intercepted back the other way. Comes Fruita Monument, and a layup is good. And Davison has his first points of the day on a quick strike. And then Riniker back at the other end. Gets 2 for Steamboat. And he's having himself a very good offensive output.
Nice job there from Mac Riniker, getting the Euro step, finger rolling that one in. Blake Anderson now low side. Kicked out to Darren Davidson. He hits the 3-point shot. And Fruita coming out hot here to start this third quarter. Jake Berry now controls it near side top corner. Berry now inside to Piles, back outside to Canals. He tries a 3-pointer, and before the shot goes off, refs are going to blow the whistle, get him for the traveling call there. And that's a bad turnover to get when you're a experienced player on this team. So Fruita controls it.
Going to be taken by the Wildcats near side deep corner. Driving the baseline. They'll pass out to Davison, and they say it went off from the Steamboat defender last, and so it will be a maintained possession for the boys in blue. 40 to 33 the score here, just a minute and 6 seconds in to this third quarter of play. And it'll be an inbound pass from Flynn. Quickly finds Davison, who has all 5 points for Fruita here in this third quarter so far. Quickly to the hands of Anderson. Anderson swings one over. Back to Flynn. Near side now to Anderson again. 3-ball from Anderson. No good. Rebounded by Piles. And he's going to try and turn it up. But Piles with an ill-advised pass. Anderson intercepts. And Fruita Monument on offense again.
Anderson now controls the ball. He's got Doyne working on him. Kicks it out to LeBon. LeBon pulls up from the free throw line. That'll be no good. And Riniker's at the rim to gather that rebound. Ethan Piles now looking for the pick from Mac Riniker. Goes around it, drives inside, and they're going to get the charging foul on Ethan Piles. He did make the layup, but it will not count as an offensive foul there for the sophomore. So back the other way, Riley Flynn, number 22 for the boys in blue. Outlet pass over to Marcus LeBon. LeBon now working versus Piles. Back out to Flynn. Low side corner. This is Jack Hawkins. Finds Blake Anderson inside, and that's a layup. And he hit that one versus Riniker. And Blake Anderson, considerably smaller, doing amazing things out here.
Now it's going to be Jake Berry. Takes this one, top of the key, try to give it off to Knaus, and it'll be Steamboat who takes it back. Riniker gets it to Berry. Berry 3-ball, no good. Rebounded there by Anderson, and he'll just march out for the Wildcats. 42-33, a lead here for Fruita Monument over your Steamboat Sailors. And it's going to be swung around the perimeter of the far side. Movement comes. It's Anderson. He's got an open 3, takes it and makes it.
Wow. Blake Anderson, how many points does that put him at for the
18.
day? 18 points. Is Riniker now trading 3-pointers as he walks it up and just pulls up from way downtown.
He's also at 18.
Nothing but net there for Mac Riniker. And Riley Flynn now controls it. Another 3-point attempt from Jack Hawkins is no good. Gathers his own rebound, though, and puts up the layup. So there's easy points there for Fruita. Sailors got to get something going here. Got to heat it up just a tad bit more. Riniker inside now, spin move for the right-handed layup, and that one's up and in as well. So the Sailors working on a 47-38 deficit.
Riniker is now at 20 points.
Wow, that's This is one of his best games of the season.
It's going to be taken here by Fruita. Still plenty of time left. Layup is going to be whistled down. Foul called, as it'll be a shooting foul, and Flynn will be going to the line for 2. Try to push it back out to double-digit lead again for Fruita Monument. Yeah, we've got a quarter and a half left, and Riniker's already at 20. So, yeah.
So is Blake Anderson's at 18.
Mm-hmm. First one drops.
Both juniors, too. Update from the link in Philadelphia. Atlanta Falcons just scored, so now they're up 10-7. Going back and forth. Good game there from the divisional matchup in Philly.
Which is exactly what you hope for.
Tyler Dorn will be on the inbounds pass for the Sailors. He'll find Jake Berry. Berry now moving left to right on the radio dial. He's going to hand it off to Piles. Piles now back up top to Tyler Dorn. Dorn looking for some movement. Finds Riniker on the outside, far corner, top side. And inside is a flying Ethan Piles, who goes up for the floater, puts it off the backboard. That one's good. Other way now, quickly. Good job there from Ethan Piles. It was Riley Flynn going in along the baseline, and Ethan Piles just broke that one up, sent it out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Flynn, so a turnover there for the Monument Wildcats. Sailors now control the ball.
Steamboat's Jake Berry takes it up court, finds Piles, swung out to Doyne. Tyler Doyne now looking, deciding on Piles near side, still beyond the arc. Ethan Piles makes a couple crossovers, now gives it off to Mac Riniker. Riniker looks. Wow. And a long ball, no good. Rebound.
That was a deep three-pointer. I mean, that was like closer to half court than it was to the arc.
And it turns into Tyler Doyne's 4th foul today. So he is going to check off for the Steamboat Sailors. Only one away from fouling out of this one, and that's a pretty key piece for your Sailor squad. So he'll sit for now and hopefully be utilized in 4th quarter play. Fruita Monument now has this one, looking for some more offense. Floater, man, they have those floaters down. I mean, the putback is what gets the points from Olsen, but they all have really not shirked away from kind of going for the 4-foot J floater off the bank.
Absolutely. This is going to be Jake Berry handling it. Kicks it outside. Riniker now top of the key, pivots, goes back. He's got Flynn on him. Tries to run around the pick, and he'll kick it back out. Nope. He instead goes up with a 2-foot layup. Hits that one. I thought he was going to pass it back outside. He was trapped there. He just split the defenders and buried that one. So Darren Davidson will control the ball over to Riley Flynn. Inside now, that was Marcus LeBon. He found his teammate, Caden Olsen. Went up for the layup. It was no good. And Ethan Piles back the other way, pulls up from the free throw line. He wanted a foul there. Either way, he hits that one, 51-44.
Yeah, a guy came back and played a little wolf on him and swatted his hand. And here's an interception from Riniker. He's going to go up for a layup and is fouled in the process. Davison, that's not the first time that has been the case here today. Davison is the man who was coming back defensively, and he gets the foul against Riniker, who couldn't drop it in. Davison now with 3 on the day, and Riniker will shoot 2 here for Steamboat. 2:12 left in the 3rd quarter of play, 51-44. Make that 51-44 after the first one. It is in and out for Mac Riniker and company, and so a quick substitution, a couple different changes being made here for the Wildcats. Sailors on the floor: Piles, Berry, Lindquist, Knaus, and the scorer here, Mac Riniker, who just dropped in his 2nd rebound there. 2:09 left, Wildcats possession, 51-45. Sailors down by just 6 and looking for a good defensive hold here, trying to claw back into this game.
Now inside, that was Blake Anderson, and the putback was Ian Barnes, getting his first minutes of the game. Went up for it, got the foul, and hit the layup. So nice and one play there from Ian Barnes, the sophomore. Number 21 for this Monument team, sitting at 6'3". He'll head to the line for his free throw. That one's good. Sailors will control the ball now. There's going to be a timeout called by Coach Vandahl, and your Sailors are down by 9.
No, they say maybe it's not a timeout. Perhaps he's just saying he's got to get hands up. We've seen that one before.
You're right. So it's no timeout as Jake Berry will control possession here. Berry now, hand off to Riniker, that's Ethan Piles. Tries to find Aiden Knaus outside, somehow does. Back up top to Jake Berry, can't get the three-pointer to fall. And it's Blake Anderson quickly back the other way. Anderson now drives in, goes up for the layup. He'll get fouled, but the layup was no good. So Anderson will head to the line to shoot 2. They'll get Jake Berry on that foul.
Coach Vandahl is not happy right now.
So he'll take a timeout before the free throws.
One of the most points that they'll have allowed this season, because we're just almost 3 quarters through it, and they've already allowed 54 points.
Absolutely. Got to do a better job, like I said, contesting these 3 balls. And this is Blake Anderson as we speak, kicking it outside off the inbounds pass. And Marcus LeBon handles the ball. Into Blake Anderson now. Anderson at the top of the key. Over to LeBon, low side. He goes in, finds his teammate, and that is Ian Barnes, who just got his first minutes of the game here.
He got
was he in earlier?
He was in, but he got that technical, and I think the coach sat him for a quarter and a half.
Okay, so Ian Barnes there with the layup. Now it's Jake Berry back the other way with the three-pointer. That one's good. Jake Berry, the senior, taking charge here for the boys in white.
56-48. Steamboat trying to stay close here against Fruita in the last minute of play in third quarter. It's going to be worked up top now to Anderson. Swung over to the far side to Davison. Davison takes the 3 ball. No good. Rebound goes back to Davison. He kicks it over to Hawkins on give-and-go play. Now Davison again. Half a minute left here, and it'll be controlled by LeBon. He's towards the midcourt line, marked up upon by Ethan Piles. Swings one over again to Hawkins, far side, and he'll just step backwards here with about 15 seconds left now. They're just trying to kill it off and not allow Steamboat to have another possession. Exactly what the Sailors did to Fruita in that second quarter. Interception, though, and excellent job from Mac Riniker, but then he lost the ball. Charging called against Barnes.
So with 2.9 left to go, the Fruita Monument Wildcats will draw the offensive foul, and Tyler Doyne will be on the inbounds pass looking to make something happen here. Doyne, number 5 here, Sailors. We've got everybody loaded deep. The middle school quarterback, he sends it down and hits the roof. Couldn't make it happen. So that's a turnover there.
That was pretty funny, though.
Still 2.9 on the clock. Now it's Monument looking to make something happen as they're under the basket, controlling it. On the inbounds pass will be LeBon. Finds his teammate outside. Pull up Jay. And that one's good from Darren Davidson at the buzzer. Wow, so a mistake from Tyler Doyne turns into points for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good first quarter in that second half as we're heading into the fourth here. Sailors down by 10. This is Darren Davison. He just hit the buzzer beater to end that third. He handles it far side, top corner. Davison now looks inside, and there's a fadeaway jumper from Jack Hawkins. Doesn't fall, and on the glass is Ethan Piles. Outlet pass over to Mac Riniker. Riniker now drives inside, finds Ethan Piles. He takes a three-pointer from the top of the key. That one doesn't fall. Monument controls it.
It's going to be worked up court by LeBond. He'll play a little point guard here, trying to get some movement off the ball. Works his way in the near side, finds the deep corner near side, and it's going to be Hawkins to Anderson. Swings out to Davison. Up top now to LeBond. And LeBond gives it to Anderson. He's going to try and drive in. Anderson, though, swatted by Aiden Knaus.
Nice job there from big Knaus towering over Anderson. Knaus is sitting at 6'4", while Anderson's at about 5'9". Either way, it goes out of bounds on Knaus, obviously, so Monument controls it. This is Flynn inside, posting up versus Knaus. Doesn't get it. Another block recorded there from Knaus. Sends it outside. Doyne handles it now. Tyler Doyne, number 5 for your Sailors. Gives it out to Jake Berry. Berry over to Riniker, top of the key. Riniker inside, over to Doyne. He controls it. Outside now, behind the arc. Tries a three-point shot. No good. Blake Anderson's there for the rebound.
It'll be Wildcats possession, 6.5 to go in the game. Kick to the near side. A little jumper and a fade. No good. Doyne picks it up. He's got Berry up court. Takes it himself and does not get the layup to drop. Eventually, though, Barry's in there fighting for it, and the ball goes out of bounds, but Barry was the last to touch it. So possession for the Wildcats once again, 58-48. And so no scoring so far in the fourth quarter of play, and we're about 1:41 into it as Fruita Monument takes over.
This is Monument now working. Inside is Ian Barnes. Went up for the layup, no good. And Mac Riniker came down with it, just lost it for a second. There's going to be a timeout called here from Coach Ryan Hayden of the Wildcats. I think they can come back and hopefully run away with this win.
It's going to be worked in by the Wildcats off of the timeout. It's Davison inside now, and a layup drops for Barnes, who gets his first 2 points of the fourth quarter of play. Inbound pass now comes to Mac Riniker for Steamboat. Riniker is going to march up court. He's calling for a little bit of help, and there's Knaus with the pick. And now here's Riniker, picks the dribble up, gives it to Doyne. 3-ball from Tyler Doyne, a little bit short. He needed about another 2 inches on that, and it would have gone in.
Almost there from Doyne. It's LeBron the other way now. Blake Anderson shoots it cross court. Now it's inside. Jack Hawkins back up to LeBron, top of the key, and it's going to be almost intercepted by Doyne as he came flying into that Monument bench. And was out of bounds on Doyne, so Darren Davidson will throw it in. Davidson now over to LeBron. He's at the top of the key, over to Ian Barnes. Back out to LeBron. LeBron has Riniker on him. Now it's inside to Barnes once more. Goes up for the layup. No good. Gathered at the glass by Mac Riniker. Riniker back the other way now. Pump fake out to Doyne. Back over to Ethan Piles, far side top corner. Piles now working, number 23 for your Sailors, the sophomore. Having a pretty good game tonight after scoring only 0 the last game.
He's at 11 today.
And it's Jake Berry over to Doyne. Tried to find Riniker inside, who was just broken up there by Jack Hawkins. Went out of bounds on blue, so Sailors will still have the ball. This is Riniker under the hoop. Riniker, give and go. Back out to Ethan Piles. Tries the wide open three-pointer. Just misses, and that's a tough one to miss there as they're down 60-48.
Here come the Wildcats with a 12-point lead over your Sailors, looking to extend it now. And it is LeBon getting it down low, far deep corner. It's Hawkins there, and looks as though kicking against Mac Riniker. Possession will stay with the boys in blue. Hawkins is going to throw this one in. Riniker is going to be right in his face, but the toss comes out and is gathered there by LeBon. And then Riniker again kicking that one.
Just getting a little antsy with his defense, sticking his feet out, trying to break up these passes. And it looks like he's playing soccer out there.
Smow! Corner kick. Interception by Doyne. He's up and lays it, but does not drop.
You got to make that one.
What a play, though, from Tyler Doyne. He intercepts that one. And so had a great chance. Couldn't make it go. 12-point lead still. And now it'll be the Wildcats again with some offense. Barnes puts it home.
Ian Barnes killing it this second half. And another 2 for him as it's Aiden Knaus back the other way. Tries the 3-ball, no good. And Riniker came flying in there. Couldn't beat out David Davidson for the rebound. And coast to coast goes Davidson. and gets the easy layup.
Starting to get away from Steamboat now. 16 points down with just 3.5 minutes to go. Jake Berry stop and pop from 8 feet, no good. And another empty possession for the Sailors. That's got to be 3 or 4 in a row now that Steamboat has not been able to get points on, and the Wildcats come up again, trying to just extend this lead even more. Sailors on their heels a little bit here. Davison's just going to float one in. He finds his mark, kicked out, and it comes back to Davison once more through the hands of Hawkins. Gives it off now to LeBon. Intercepted and taken away by Riniker, who's up for 2 more. Mac Riniker with his first points of the fourth quarter, with Steamboat's first points of the fourth quarter. Toughest. They've all had some good games, but Fruita Monument, you're absolutely right. They're playing really well. Their shooters were on early, and they've been consistent throughout each quarter of play here, putting points up against your Sailors, which is not an easy thing to do.
This is LeBron now finding his teammate, and Jack Hawkins goes up for the layup, but I think that's an offensive foul.
It is.
So they're going to get Jack Hawkins for the charge there as he went up on the baseline, and it's Mac Riniker now on the throw-in. Riniker will take it up the court, moving left to right. Got to make do of these possessions fast. Can't have any more empty ones. Got to put some points on the board. He's trying to get around the pick. Finds Ethan Piles top of the key. Piles spin move inside, step back. Doesn't decide to take it. Now it's Riniker inside off of the pass from Piles. And nice job there from the Sailors as Riniker gets the layup to fall. Monument trying to break this full court press now. And they do. This is Ian Barnes, top of the working it over to his teammate Davidson now. He's just holding the ball, and it's Lamond back to Davidson. Inside now to Ian Barnes, wide open, goes up for the layup, gets it. That's tough for the Sailors defense.
Yeah, just enough movement by Fruita to distract him. Riniker at the other side, 3-ball no good. Rebound gathered for a moment by Fruita, turns into a jump ball though, and that'll be a Steamboat possession. So nice job from Barry not giving up on it, and gets the ball back for the Sailors. They need some points here with under 2 minutes to go in the game. 14 points separating these two teams. Not something that's impossible, but time is not on their side anymore. Foul, no shot there, but still a maintained possession for Steamboat as Riniker was fouled. And he'll take this inbound pass yet again.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah, it took you like 7 times, bud.
This is Ethan Piles now with the 3-point attempt. That one's good. Piles with the corner 3. Chipping away at this deficit still. Riley Flynn now controlling it, trying to get by this Sailors tough full court press, and there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Vandahl.
No, I think that was the
Wildcats coach. That was coach. And Mac Riniker to all shoot their shot here in this fourth quarter, as this will be Riley Flynn handling it. Flynn on the inbounds pass. He'll find Davison in the corner. He's got Lindquist on him. Davison trying to get by, and he does successfully, goes behind his back, and a diving Mac Riniker tries to steal it. Instead, it's kicked back out to Riley Flynn. Flynn now with Barry on him, and with 1:12 to go, Jake Berry will foul. So a good foul there from the senior as Flynn is going to take it out once more. Not in the bonus yet, so we're not shooting free throws after every foul. Blake Anderson now working versus Ethan Piles. Piles took a spill there as Anderson tried to get by. And they're going to get Ethan Piles for the foul, though.
And that sends it to bonus territory.
So Blake Anderson will be at the free throw line shooting 1. Tough. 1:10 to go.
Yep.
Anderson at the line. And this is 1-1. Blake Anderson, 18 points tonight. His free throw is no good.
That's surprising.
Quickly now, it's Dawson Lindquist. Gets it stolen there off the pass from Ethan Piles, but it's picked off right again by Riniker. Spin move inside, goes up for the layup. Won't get it, but he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Unbelievable. Mac Riniker is just having absolutely phenomenal game.
What's his point total?
Well, let's wait for these free throws, and then I'll let you know.
Lou Williams of the Clippers dropping 50 the other night versus the Golden State Warriors.
He's not there. Yet. So Riniker's first one in, second one as well, and that puts him at 29 points today.
Wow, that would be his highest point total of the season, as he's already averaging 15 a game. This will up that for sure. And it's Flynn now on the inbounds pass. Flynn trying to find his teammate, finds LeBron, and they're going to get Jake Berry for the foul quickly with under a minute left to go now, 56 seconds, 10-point game.
Yep.
Quick shout out to our sponsors here, Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's Auto Salon at 879-1515. Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Along with UC Health at Yampa Valley Medical Center, helping you get back to full strength when you are feeling short-handed. So was that free throw first?
It was good.
First free
one
throw.
Territory, so he earns a second, and that one drops as well for LeBond.
Sailors now moving left to right. Got to make quick work of this as Jake Berry with a three-point attempt. No good there. Gathered by Davison. And over to Blake Anderson. Splits the defenders, goes up past half court, gets it by. It's just going to be tipped by Mac Riniker on the reach around. Sailed out of bounds, so Monument will still have possession.
42 seconds left here. Wildcats with the ball. It's going to be Anderson. Just trots towards the midcourt line. On him is Piles. He's going to foul him. And that'll send Anderson to the line. He'll shoot 1-and-1 here. 68-56. And you got to think that if he can make these, very well maybe the nail in the coffin against your Sailors. Could push it out to 5 possessions, and that is tough to come by in 37 seconds. First one for Anderson's up and down, and that's his first points.
So if Blake Anderson makes this second one, that'll put Monument at 70 points on the day, which is not what we're used to seeing from the Sailors defense allowing. And sure enough, he does make that second one. 70 points now for the Monument Wildcats today. Ethan Piles now back the other way. Hand off to Doyne. Got to make quick work of this. Goes behind his back. Kicks it back out to Piles, and it's just going to be stolen by Blake Anderson with 25 seconds to go here. 70-56.
And another foul against Anderson, and this time he'll shoot 2 from the line. That's against Piles, his 4th. 24 seconds left. 56 points for Steamboat. Not a bad offensive output. Obviously led by the 29 for Mac Riniker. Anderson drops his first one there. 21 now for Anderson. He's looking for 22. So some big points on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. As Mac Riniker back the other way now, goes up for the 4-foot floater, no good, gathers his own rebound, goes up one more time, gets that one to fall. 72-58 here. We've got 10 seconds to work. Lamont handles it for the Wildcats, and he's going to find Davidson. This will finish it off, folks.